We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action on first down. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go with a direct snap. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Look.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Michigan! Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to pass. Throwing right. It's caught. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's take a minute to chat about Buffalo. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Let's take a minute to talk about the big picture for Buffalo. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down, able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far, and this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the tight end. Right midfield, he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. He might want another play. Lewis wants to pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lewis to throw. He makes the grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's complete on the right side. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Out of the end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it? And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Lewis wants to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Back to pass on second down. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This junior making... spelled and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Quick catch on 3rd down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Lewis to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big 1st down.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The give to the left side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the plate. Officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Lewis wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever. However they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Right back to the well. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for second down. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with bad intentions. That's what I like. I like the physicality. They want to hit you in the mouth. Year after year, Michigan players leave and they go to the NFL, but the next group, disciplined, tough, physical. It's always staples of these defenses.
Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's second and long. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Baker. The quick out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's second and 8. Let's go. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Big guy smells it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
And the Wolverines have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UTSA has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 20 over Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time down.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Let's go. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll run play action. Keeps looking downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the... Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
Handoff to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Lanier.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot.